Hey guys, today we're trying out the new Fenty foundation. This is the Hydrating Fenty Pro Filtr foundation, and I'm going to be comparing it to the Fenty Soft Matte Pro Filtr foundation. I'm really excited because I have oily combination skin, and hydration is something that I can definitely use. I need hydration. So I'm really excited to see how this hydrating foundation works for my skin tone, my skin type. Hopefully it's not like luminous and dewy, but I'm really excited to try it next to the soft matte formula. So let's dive on into this video. So I'm gonna prime my face first. I'm gonna use a mattifying primer just because it is still warm outside. It's summer and I want to make sure I take all the right precautions because you know we got to give these foundations a fair shot. Okay, I do want to try the new Fenty primer, but I didn't realize that it's only available online, so yeah, I guess I have to order it. Half my face is going to be the hydrating longwear and the other half is going to be the Pro Filtr soft matte longwear foundation. I'm going to start with the soft matte and I'm just going to apply this on my face first, and then we're going to blend it out with a brush. So you do have to shake this one. There are 50 shades of the new foundation per usual. You know, like Rihanna does not discriminate, you know, a shade for all. No shade left behind, you know. We're gonna blend this in with a brush because that's gonna give us the most coverage, and I want to do like an equal comparison. So we're doing like brush versus brush, and I'm just gonna lightly buff this into my skin so it gives me a nice full coverage. Just checking my mic because yesterday I recorded a video for about an hour and a half and the thing was off, and I was real sad. So on today's agenda is church. I'm gonna go to church today. I haven't been to church in an embarrassingly long time, so I need to definitely go. So we're gonna go to church this morning. Then from there, I don't know, maybe Target. So this is the soft matte formula. You can see it's a nice soft matte look, and I like to build this to full coverage because I like full coverage. First, I'm going to put on the hydrated one before I go all about the builder on you and start building on layers. It says massage well if needed, pump and squeeze. So we're going to massage the tube. So I'm going to apply some on my finger, and ooh, this one feels okay. I'm not gonna lie, I did try this, like this is my fourth time using this foundation, but I have to act like surprised so you guys can get, you know, how I felt the first time. Okay, so ooh, this feels bouncy. This one does feel a lot more like creamy, and like it feels very hydrating, I guess is the word. It feels really nice, and I love the way it feels at first. Like it feels really bouncy and like hydrated. And I heard the primer feels really good also. I was watching Aaliyah's face and somebody else, they were both saying how amazing the primer felt, the new one, so I definitely need to try that one. So we're going to use this brush. This is the Smashbox powder foundation brush, but you know, we're just going to use it for liquid. And we're just going to blend this in with that brush. This is also color 420, by the way. Same shade, different foundation. Immediately, you can see there's a difference. Like this one definitely looks more radiant. I'm going to join these two together. So you can tell that this side of my face is matte and just like a nice soft matte look, and this one is definitely more hydrated. Now when I first heard about this foundation, I was like, I think not the F, but it's not luminous, it's not dewy, it's hydrated, which is different than those two words. But hydration is different. Like hydration everyone can use because everyone can use a little hydration. Just because you have oily skin doesn't mean you don't need hydration. That's probably what you do need. So we're just gonna blend this in. We add in the second layer just in case you didn't notice. Then we're gonna add some more of the hydrating formula on this side to just add more coverage also. I'm gonna stipple this in. So I applied 2 layers on each side, and you could definitely see this side looking a lot more hydrated and this side looking a lot more soft matte. So hydration, soft matte. So I'm gonna go in with some Fenty concealer. This is $3.85 in the Pro Filtr concealer, and I'm gonna just apply this on my face. So this one is in my normal routine, I guess, so that way I get a good feel for you guys. The weather has been incredibly hot, and on those days I usually only wear like my Estee Lauder double wear, like things like that, because those are the only foundations that survive this type of weather. And like Kat Von D is pretty good also with the heat. This is the Sonia Kashuk sponge in case you were pondering. Just gonna blend this in real quick. Okay, so on this side, I feel like the products are blending a little bit easier. The contour just blended a lot easier, and I think it's because the foundation is more hydrated. It's not as like stiff on my skin. That's cool, whatever. I'm gonna just blend my under eye concealer. I'm gonna add a little bit more concealer. Gotta hide those bags, you know. I'm gonna take some of this Fenty powder to just set under my eye. I'm gonna set everywhere that I apply my concealer. And this powder, I'm using in the shade Honey today just because I felt like using something a little bit more golden. I go between banana and honey with this powder, so when I feel like adding a little bit more yellowness, I use the shade Honey. The way my skin is set up, I definitely need to set my foundation always because it will definitely act up on me. I'm gonna take the Mocha Mommy bronzer and just add this to my cheeks just to add some bronzy vibes. I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeshadow today just because, you know, I got a new palette or whatever. Yeah, no. I'm gonna use Pinker today because I haven't used it yet, so I'm gonna take Pinker and I'm just gonna add this all over my eyelid, and we're just gonna add this on this side too. If I'm being real honest with y'all, I really just wanted to wear this lip color, and I felt like this eye look would just really go well with it. So so that's what we're doing. Okay, let's just put some more in here. I'm actually just using the Anastasia brush that comes with the palette. I'm going to use Trust Issues on my eyelid just because I feel like it's a little bit more, you know, neutral-ish. Wow, this is beautiful. Definitely not neutral. These two colors actually look really good together. I'm not mad at this combo. I'm taking more Pinker and just going backwards so I can like blend it better. For my lower lash line, I'm going to take some of Credit and I'm just going to blend this in. I'm actually going to blend it into edges. So I'm going to take a black eyeliner and just go in right here. Alright, let me just throw some lashes on. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I threw on the rest of my makeup and it's already been about an hour and a half, and I can see already that this side of my face looks more normal. This is what my skin would look like without any product on it in terms of like the level of hydration. And on this side, it just looks a lot more matte. You can really tell right around this area. You can see compared to this side is definitely more matte than this side over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some powder and just kind of like set it a little bit more, so that way I can go about my day and not worry about this area just like moving around. So I'm taking some more of that honey powder and I'm gonna do both so it's equal, and just kind of make sure that I set it really good. So my face does look more even. I'm going to go about my day, and I guess I'll update you guys throughout the day on the two foundations. So I'm back on my iPhone, and I wanted to give you guys a 2-hour update on the foundation because so far they both look really, really good. The more hydrated one looks definitely more hydrated on this side of my face. On this side I have the mattifying foundation, which does look a lot more matte. So far I do like both sides. I'm not even complaining. Like, I'm feeling both sides. My skin could be real disrespectful, so in about 2 hours, I think, like the 4-hour mark is where I'm gonna know which side is definitely holding it down. That's when my skin decides where it's gonna go with foundations. Okay, so stay tuned to see how it does in the next couple hours. Hey guys, back on the iPhone doing a 4-hour update for you guys. This is the hydrating side foundation and this is the matte side. So as you can see, they both look very similar. I do feel like there's a little bit more shine on the hydrating side right here. I do think the foundation looks very similar everywhere else on my face. Hey guys, so this is going to be my final update on the foundation. It's been 8 hours and I'm going to go ahead and take it off because, well, actually I'm going to just refresh it, I guess. So the most oily part of my face is my nose area. Everywhere else, the foundation actually looks really similar on both, well, the foundations look very similar. The matte foundation is definitely a lot more match. You can still see it like on my jaw area. On this side you can see it's a lot more hydrated looking. So overall they both wear really well on my skin type, which is oily combination, except for my nose area, which literally like every foundation just like dies on my nose area. So I do need to like refresh it, but once I refresh it I think it will look really good again, because it's definitely lasting. So the long wear part is definitely like approved. It's just that yeah, the way my oils work, nothing survives my nose area after like 8 hours of wearing. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my wear test, and I hope you enjoy it. Would I recommend this foundation? Definitely. If you have oily skin, I would recommend it. It does give you more of a glowy look almost if you have oily skin, but it's not super dewy or anything like that where, you know, I would say girl skip it. I think it does look really good. It's just that you will get a little bit shiny on your nose, just like you would with the regular soft matte, the original soft matte foundation. So yeah, that's it.